We would use formative evaluations continually throughout our campaign in order to monitor and improve its effectiveness. We were not able to survey our target population as our campaign is geared toward high school female athletes, and directly engaging minors would have been outside our abilities for this course. Because of that constraint, we would not have had exact data and therefore would have been unable to do an actual outcome evaluation. The program elements that we would be monitoring would be interaction with our social media page, i.e. views, visits, likes, shares on our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter pages, as well as user polls on Facebook and our Facebook events. Our key evaluation questions that would need to be answered are: did our campaign reach our intended audience? Did our audience's knowledge increase due to our campaign? Did our audience take steps to make changes in their behavior based on our campaign? We would use two different methods of data collection depending on the type of data. Our exposure level would be measured using quantitative data. Quantitative data collected in the form of fans on our Facebook page. You can see in the upper right-hand corner of this slide that Facebook easily tracks for us how many new followers and views we would have each week. This could be plotted on a simple graph using a baseline of 0 at the beginning of the campaign and tracked monthly with new fans or Facebook visits, follows, likes, event attendance that could all be tracked exactly the same way. This type of data could easily be pre-tested on a small scale, say a small group of 5 to 10 high schools. It could also be used to pre-test the length of time needed to see how long it takes for awareness of this campaign to spread. If it's deemed to be successful, the campaign could then be used on a larger scale, say regionally. Measuring changes in our audience's knowledge and practice level or behavior is a bit trickier since we don't have the baseline measurements. We only have secondary research reviews. If we'd been able to enact this campaign and monitor it over a longer period of time, we would have contacted the parents and guardians of the female high school athletes and obtained permission to survey and interview them. That would have enabled us to obtain a baseline measurement of knowledge, attitude, practices with regard to nutrition. We would have been able to conduct an outcome evaluation by surveying and interviewing the same group of athletes. Without the baseline, we would measure the changes in knowledge and practice through polls on Facebook. We would begin our polling after our target audience had been exposed to the campaign. We could conduct a poll to determine which food item our audience either eliminated from or increased their consumption of in their diet. We could then conduct a second poll to inquire about their energy levels from the change. After the first poll, we could evaluate the participation level. We would likely have more participation if we left the poll up for several days to a week. We could then query random individuals who are members of the page in order to solicit feedback about the poll, or just ask for feedback on our page as a whole.